I think, it wasn't our prettiest game, but I felt like collectively on the field there was an understanding of how to take care of that match and how to make sure we got the result. And the result was important for reasons to get the points, but also I think for the mentality of the group. So we keep our little run going of unbeaten, and I think our team's in a really good way. So, we're looking forward to the rest of the season.
Coming up this weekend, you'll have to. You already had to cope with some changes with Kamara and Sasha being out, but now you'll have Alex and
Mike
will be out for this
Yeah.
one. So, what are your options now for changing?
Well, I think, there's three options really to go with, and it's between Omer Damari, Danny Royer, and Gonzalo Verón. So, we're going to try to figure out how to balance out the team the best way and how to deal with certain matchups and make sure that, in a big rivalry match and against a team that we know very well, that we know they're going to come to Red Bull Arena and pour their hearts into it. So we've got to be up for the challenge.
What's your mindset going into this DC match? You've seen him twice before.
Yeah.
Saw that late collapse in the last game at RFK. How are you going to try to bounce back with this team?
Well, one of the things is this year we talked about wanting to win series, like win series against our rivals. So this will be the third game, and we need to win it in order to now put that series on our terms. We know what DC's about, and we love these games. It'll be good to play them at Red Bull Arena, playing them twice in RFK. We know that's not an easy place to play, but coming back to our place, we're gonna go after this game in a real strong way and make sure that we put a good performance in them, one that gets us a result.
The team that wins the series gets the Atlantic Cup. Do you talk with the guys about that at all, or do you just talk about Sunday getting a win?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't talked about the Atlantic Cup specifically, but I know that this group will be ready and knows that is out there and knows that we want to win this game. And I think, all these games, DC, New York, it's about winning the series, but when it gets later in the year, those points are incredibly valuable. So it can mean a lot to their season. It can mean a lot to our season, so we need to make sure that we get the points.
Sasha's performances now for the national team twice.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on it? You must have been relieved to see that he came out after 72 minutes.
Yeah, but more importantly, I was really happy to see Sasha get the start. And then obviously he had a huge impact on the game. I thought he hit the soccer that he brought into the game, the savviness, the ease at which he played. He made players around him better. Fun, another game watching him and Pulisic combine. Those two seem to have a natural relationship, partly because I just think they're both really smart, talented soccer players. So really happy for Sasha. I think he made us all proud. I think he showed what he's all about, and I think it's earned him the right to continue with that group.
These shutouts that we've been accumulating here, just two in a row now, with Damien still not entering the phrase, is he an option to maybe start it coming up, or do you not want to change things considering how well things have been going?
Yeah, I mean, I think Damien, right now, it's about just getting him up to 100%. He's I think, really close. He's trained really well. He looks strong. Looks like he's ready to play. So I think more about trying to figure out how to balance out the lineup for the day and how to use matchups the right way. Aurelian and Ronald, I think, have grown a good partnership. So, we'll be able to use this week where we have 3 games to use different guys and make sure that we're giving every guy a chance to step on the field and perform and then continue to think about how it all fits moving forward.
What did you see from Dax coming off his injury coming back?
Yeah, I mean, it was just good to have him out there with his leadership and his ability in the middle of the field to see things and play. He was not quite fit all the way yet. He's not as sharpest, but that's normal, getting him back. But it was important for him, especially with Sasha out, to provide that experience and leadership in the middle of the field, and I think it really helped us get the result.
Expecting to put Sasha and Kamara right back in the lineup after
Yeah,
today?
well, Sasha only playing 72 minutes and Kamara only not playing at all on Tuesday should mean they're absolutely ready to go. So we'll check in with those guys later today, but expect them to be full go.
During the game, your agent had the tweets about Canada and your interest. Can you just kind of take us through what you want to share? And
Yeah,
he
I
also
mean,
said that you had a plan. I don't know if it's 300 pages, but
yeah, I didn't have a 300-page plan. Those are lengthy. I had an interest in the Canada job, but never really had an opportunity to speak to anyone. So, no hard feelings and wish them good luck. But, after I left Montreal, I was kind of in a position where now I'd been up there for a couple of years and gotten to know the CSA a little bit and gotten to know that country and the way they approach football and the talents that were available. And so, I thought it would have been a natural fit to think about coaching that national team. But I was also pretty inexperienced still and hadn't established myself yet. So I understood why they decided to go in another direction.
What were your thoughts on the national team at the time and kind of where they were going and where they need to go, especially with your background?
Yeah, I
with
mean,
the US national team?
I think there's some talent there in Canada, and it's just about sort of galvanizing all the different, it's like there's Quebec, then there's Ontario, and then there's Western Canada, and sort of having the ability to combine those three areas under one roof in a way where everybody's pulling in the same direction. It's been a challenge up there, I think, a little bit. But again, there's with MLS academies, with some of the international players, with some players who have part citizenship coming into the fold with the national team. I think that there's potential for that to grow bigger and bigger.